People in education make claims like this all the time. Smaller class sizes improve student achievement. But how do we actually examine whether those two things appear to be connected in our local data? That is where correlation analysis and scatter plots come into play. In this video, I'm going to show you how to explore the relationship between class size and student outcomes using Google Sheets. Hi friends, I'm Matthew Courtney, and on this channel we talk all about evidence-informed school improvement. So if you're into that, make sure you like and subscribe and come be a part of our community. For this video, I've included a downloadable data set and a Google Sheet template so that you can follow along step by step. Pause the video and grab the file from the link in the description below if you want to work alongside me. I've also added chapters to this video so that you can jump back and forth to different sections later. Here's what we'll cover today. First, I'll briefly explain what correlation actually means. Then, we'll switch into screen share mode. I'll walk you through building a scatter plot and calculating a correlation in Google Sheets. Then we'll finish with a practical action step so that you can move this from theory into practice tomorrow. First, the theory. Correlation helps us to understand whether two variables tend to move together. Here's an example from my time in the classroom. Does the amount of recess impact the level of stinkiness of my pubescent fourth graders in the spring? There might be an actual causation there. More recess could mean more sweating, more running around, and therefore more stinkiness. But that does not mean that recess causes the problem itself. Age, hygiene habits, weather, hormone, and deodorant use can all play a role too. And that's what correlation helps us to explore. Patterns and relationships, not causation. A positive correlation means that two variables tend to increase together. A negative correlation means that as one goes up, the other tends to go down. And sometimes there's no relationship at all. Today, we're going to look at class size and average test scores to see whether any relationship appears in our hypothetical data. So let's jump into the spreadsheet. Here's our data set. You can see that we have teacher or classroom identifiers, class sizes, and average test scores. Right now, this is just raw information. We want to see whether these two variables appear to be connected. And the best place to start is with a scatter plot. First, highlight both columns, class size and test scores. Now, go to Insert, Chart. Google Sheets may generate the wrong chart automatically. If that happens, go to Chart Type and select Scatter Chart. You may also have to adjust the X and Y axis like this. Now, look at this. Each dot represents a classroom. The position of the dot shows us the class size and the associated test score. This immediately helps us to visualize whether a relationship may exist. To interpret what we're seeing, we might ask questions like, do the dots appear random? Do they trend upward? Do they trend downward? Are there outliers? Are there clusters? If the dots slope downward overall, that may suggest that larger class sizes tend to connect with lower scores. If the dots are completely scattered, then there may not be much relationship at all. Visualization like this matters because sometimes patterns become obvious immediately, and it can save you a lot of time and enhance your communication. Now let's take it a step further and calculate the actual correlation coefficient so we can quantify the strength of the relationship that we're seeing. Click into an empty cell and type =CORREL, open parentheses. Now highlight the class size column, add a comma, highlight the test score column, close the parentheses and hit enter. Now we get a number between -1 and +1. So here's the general idea. Values near 0 suggest little relationship. Values closer to +1 suggest a strong positive relationship. Values closer to -1 suggest a stronger negative relationship. Now again, this does not prove causation. A correlation simply tells us whether variables tend to move together. So strong leaders avoid jumping from these variables connect to this definitely caused that. That leap causes a lot of bad decision making. The real value here is taking time to generate better questions about your data. For example, why might some large classes still perform well? Are there other variables influencing the outcomes? Does this pattern hold across grade levels? Should we investigate instructional differences? Data analysis should deepen our inquiry, not end it. It's time for you to put this into practice. Tomorrow, pull 2 variables from your own school data. Those might be attendance and achievement, behavior referrals and grades, intervention participation, and growth scores. Just like we did here, create a scatter plot, then calculate the correlation. Then ask yourself, what patterns deserve deeper investigation? If you found value in this video today, make sure you like and subscribe, and be sure to check out this suggested video. I'll see you next time.